The first app we're going to download is Paper 53. So you're going to go to your self-service and you're going to find this guy up here in the top right with this little squiggle that goes blue, red, and yellow. Okay, Paper 53 is really easy to use. This first one is going to be your sketchbook, so you just click on it. Now you can see I have lots of things in here already that I've done last year. Okay, I don't want to get rid of any of that. I'm going to go back to a sketchbook and maybe open a new one, or let's see, just make a new sketchbook. I can also get rid of one if I want to delete it. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to make a brand new one. And here's our first page, okay? So to do something on this page, I want to click it, and all of a sudden you're going to see your toolbox down here. Now this will slide back and forth, and we're just going to start really easy with Paper 53, okay? You have all your colors down here. I'll show you how to get some more. So let's just pick black, and here's some more colors. You can play around with that. I'm going to start with black though. And I'm going to start with this pen right here. Whenever I click on it, you see how it highlights it right there? If I click black, then it draws. Okay, so this is kind of like a fountain pen. It has a really nice line that you can draw with. So just experiment drawing some lines. You can also take your fingers and pinch open to enlarge. That way you can get some really smaller lines, and then when you pinch back out, see how smaller those are? All right, so that's your pen. If you want to, you can experiment with some different colors. And we're just kind of goofing around with lines today. If you go fast or slow, you can tell the difference, okay? Maybe pick another color, fast, and let's go slow. Okay, now let's go to the next tool. Just click on it and see how it highlights. This is the pencil. Let's go back to black, and you can kind of see that it's a very light pencil. So this would be a really good tool to use if you are just drawing something and you're not real sure that you're going to like it. You can always go back over it in pen with this one right here. You could also do some shading. So the longer you keep going over and over your pencil, the darker it's going to become, and that's going to be true of probably most any of your tools, okay? So that's pencil. Fast, slow. Notice how fast it's lighter, slow. There's more time on the surface, so it takes more. All right, this big guy here is marker. Let's go back down. Okay, marker. Look how thick he is. So you have a thin marker and a thicker one. Okay, you can experiment with some different lines here. You can enlarge. You could really fill in a space with marker pretty well. Okay, let's fill in this space. All right, let's go to this next one. We're going to reduce our paper again. This is a very thin, oh, I like this one. This could be for details. See how thin that is? Really tiny details. This one could be to maybe write your name on your paper. And we're always going to write our name at the bottom right of our paper. That way we always know where it is. And when you take a picture of it, you can do that as well, okay? Here's a paintbrush. The paintbrush is really fun. Let's get a color and let's just paint. Now you see how light that is? The more you paint over it, that's a second layer. There's a third layer of paint. There's a fourth layer of paint. And the more layers you put on, the darker it will be. Let's do that again. So let's do a first layer of paint, skip a little spot. Let's do a second layer of paint, and that's called value. Skip a little over, a third layer of paint. You see how we're getting darker as we have layered these pieces. Here's a fourth layer of paint and a fifth layer of paint, and you could keep going, and I'll bet there is a saturation point. Okay, that's fun. You can try that with some more colors if you want to. This guy we don't have access to. We also don't have access to anything beyond here. Now we do have an interesting color set over here, but I'm going to show you a better way. Actually, this will be for monochromatic colors. So here's my blue. I click on it. I can make a darker blue by sliding these back up and down, and I can make a lighter blue. If I want to change the color completely, I toggle this one up here. So let's say I want to make a green. Let's say I want to make a darker green. Okay, so I'm going to let you, oh, then I have to click off of that, and then, you know what I didn't do? I didn't save it. Here is my green. Here is my darker green. Okay, click off. Now it's saved here. Okay, so I'm going to start with my green. Okay, all right, I'm going to give you some time to experiment, and then we'll have an assignment.